All right, so I'm sitting here with my best friend in the entire world, Francis Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Francis and I met back in the tail end of 1978 in Marine Corps boot camp.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not a better friend that I've ever had in my entire life. This man right here is at the very top of the list. He knows, by the way, he knows more about me than anybody else in the world. And I'm on my second marriage, so he knows about my first marriage. He knows about this marriage, our kids, our family, our pets. So we literally know everything. And I am honored that you're sitting here with me for us to have a conversation about life and about business, man. So before I get started, is there anything that you want to just tell everybody about any topic that you want? Just the floor is yours. What information would you like to share with people?
To always be the best of the best. In other words, be a doer. A doer is one that does, makes it happen. Okay? You follow that principle, you'll be all right. Don't sit back and get caught watching the news. You know, go out there and make it happen. You know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I love that, brother.
Yeah. Be a doer.
Yeah.
Yeah, my brother.
Yeah, man. So, how was your trip?
It was great, man. It was great. I'm enjoying it. You know.
Did you get any water on your flight?
No, man. I didn't give me any water.
Delta?
No snack.
That sounds
Well, I might have been dozing though. You know?
so they did come through. It's just they missed you.
Hey, look, I opened my eyes too late.
Everybody else drinking.
Yeah. Keep walking. I'm like, oh man.
So you got a twin.
Yes.
How's it being a twin?
Well, you know, it's very unique. He explained to me the other day how different I was when we were young. Told me I was always gone, even when we were a kid. Mom used to send him looking for me. She just let me roll, you know. But she had him on a lock and key.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because he
was the baby.
Oh, he's the baby.
He's the baby.
Not misbehaving.
Right.
But couldn't take care of himself like you.
She was overprotective of me.
I got you.
You know. But he could take care of himself, but I was just out there. I mean, he made me think, you know. I was like, man, I was going all the time. You know? But it was unique being a twin.
Now you have another set of twins in your family.
Mom had two sets of twins,
And
7 years apart.
And they're older. And they're still around. And
one passed.
One passed.
One passed, and the other's still around.
Michigan?
Michigan.
What part of Michigan?
Battle Creek.
Battle Creek. And there's a school near there, is it?
Cornflakes. Post Kellogg.
Oh, Cornflakes, the factory.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what Battle Creek is. Yeah.
That's
the headquarters. Yep.
Okay.
Battle Creek.
Cornflakes.
You got Post, and you got another one, General Mills, something.
Yep.
Yeah, all that stuff right up there. They're big on wheat up there, man. That's where they get, you know, the cornflakes from, you know. You know.
Oh, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
So, tell me about your favorite places that you've ever traveled to.
Favorite places I've ever traveled to. Well, I have to say one was Virginia.
Yeah.
Okay. Another's Atlanta. Seems like that's the only damn place I go when you are.
No, but you spent time in Japan?
Yeah, Tokyo, Japan. It was beautiful, man. It was
No, what was it wasn't Shinjuku. What was the name of that district in Tokyo? Oh man, I had it on Roppongi, man.
Roppongi.
Shinjuku was something different.
Shinjuku, Roppongi.
Shinjuku was like the expensive, but Roppongi was where the clubs were. You spent a lot of time there.
Oh yeah. I did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, had a lot of fun. But as far as going out of the country, that's the only place I've been out of the country. I've never been to Mexico or anything like that.
Mexico is connected, so it really doesn't count. Man.
Yeah.
I'm messing around.
I did go to St. Kitts.
Okay.
You know, that's you know what St. Kitts is and all that. But that was my military related. You know. But yeah, I'm looking forward to my little visit here and some good relaxation. You know. Have some fun with my friend.
I want to ask you a couple more questions, man, since I got you here, man. So, tell me how you felt right after you got out of boot camp in the United States Marine Corps, as far as mentally and physically, how'd you feel?
Unstoppable. I mean, I honestly tell you this. I was told in boot camp, if a dog attacks you, then you attack the dog.
Yeah.
And I'm walking down the street when I get out of boot camp, a dog attacks me. Okay? I run at the dog same way he runs at me. Dog goes the other way. It worked.
It worked. It worked.
It worked. I mean, seriously, man. I mean, there was nothing I couldn't do. You know, that's the way it made me feel. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, from an athletic standpoint, mental standpoint. I mean, you know, it was really good. It was really good.
Mm-hmm. What about like work ethic, attention to detail, all that stuff?
Well, they definitely instill it in you, and it stays with you forever.
Forever.
You know, I'm gonna tell you something. I went on a trip to Orlando, Florida. Okay, I come back last week, and I'm like, wait a minute, something's different. You know, I remember where stuff was at. You know, I get that from the Marine Corps.
Yeah.
So on the couch, there was a bag that was missing. Okay, so I called my twin. I said, man, something different about the house here. He said, sis still out of town. I'm like, nah. I'll call you back. I kept looking. Finally, I go in the laundry room, and I find her suitcase. And the baggage date said March 23rd.
Oh.
But she said she got back on the 26th. So I'm like, that was Sunday, the day I got back. I'm like, things that make you go, But my attention to detail, I found that. And I'm like, wait a minute, something's different about the house. Something's different, you know? And it's instincts, man. I mean, you know, heightened time awareness, I mean, you know, it just sharpens you up, man.
Yeah, it does.
You know, sharpens you up.
Yeah, it does.
Mm-hmm.
So, being a business owner, man, tell me how you got involved with Domino's franchises. Where did it start? What position did you have when you first got hired, man?
When I first got hired with Domino's Pizza,
Yeah.
I was a pizza driver, delivery driver. The first night I worked, I broke the record sales in delivery.
Oh.
You know?
This is back when they had 30 minutes or less.
30 minutes or less.
And then tell somebody got an accident and anyway, never keep going.
They had the Domino's pizza cars and all that.
Yep.
So I was a driver for about 4 months. Then I became a MIT manager in training for about 7 months. And boom, they opened up a location on my 11th month, and I was the manager, you know. And that store went on to become the #1 residential store in the Southeast, you know, which comprised of Florida, Georgia, Alabama. It was the #1 residential store. And that pretty much set my ticket right there, you know. From there, managed that unit for about 13 months. After that, I was promoted to supervisor. My supervisor that got me to be a supervisor, he moved to Fort Lauderdale, called me and said, hey man, I need you down here, because they were starting to explode. I was like, okay, no problem. So I moved to Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
They gave me 6 of the worst stores, 3 from this guy, 3 from that guy. And in 5 months' time, I had them #1 in the state without putting a door hanger or coupon out or anything. It was just my presence, my visiting the stores, and me telling them just run your store right, you know. And they were terrified of me, you know. Yeah. But I was cool, calm, and collected.
So when you say run your store right, so what I'm thinking when you say that is there's procedures in place based on other people's experience, history of knowing how to do it the right way.
Correct.
If you do it this way, you'll be successful.
You'll be successful.
If you don't do it this way, you're not.
That's right.
So how did you get those people to understand that?
Well, Domino's had a system in place that was called the 9 basics. Product, service, image, safety, security, cleanliness, paperwork, this, that, and the other. If you follow those basic principles of the way the owner laid it out, you were gonna have a successful Domino's pizza store, okay? Now, So to take that to another level, instead of managing a store, now I'm supervising stores. So now I've got 6 people doing what they should do, and then after that, you got 27 doing what they should do, and after that, you got 380 something. You know, so I went from delivery driver to operations director of the entire state of Florida.
Wow.
You know,
Yeah.
which controlled 1/3 of the company's sales and profits. State of Florida, you know, and that was my ticket. You know,
And so then after that, you became a franchise owner.
franchisee.
And so you started with one,
Started with initially 3.
so 3 franchises.
3 franchises
And then you expanded that to how many?
to 5.
To 5.
Mm-hmm.
And so these were in which states?
Alabama, all in Alabama.
All in Alabama.
Mhm. Mobile, Alabama, Daphne, Alabama, and Gulf Shores, Alabama.
Gulf Shores. Okay.
Yep. Beach store.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
And so what is the so think about the positions you had before becoming a franchisee.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a shift in mindset, or how does that work?
You have to shift in mindset because I was used to movement and progress. Okay. Now my movement and progress was different now because I've got to move my stores by building sales, but I'm not actually moving anymore because I'm stagnant.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was good. It was good. The money was great.
Yeah, of course, of course.
The money was great.
Of
I
course.
mean, hey, it was what it was.
So now, obviously, that time,
Mm-hmm.
did you help anybody else? Maybe someone that started as a delivery driver,
Mm-hmm.
see the same kind of success that you had.
Yes, I did. Several people.
Mm-hmm.
Several people. Matter of fact, a guy that lives in Pensacola with me right now,
Mm-hmm.
I actually gave him a deal of a lifetime on a store. A store that was valued at $100,000. I sold it to him for $25,000 just to ensure that he had the working capital to get in there and make good on his own.
Yeah.
So he and I talk about that all the time. But
Mm-hmm.
so bigger isn't always better though.
No.
It's not always better. So he got hungry and went out and built another store, and it was a bummer, and it's sunken. But it is what it is. So. Yeah.
And so obviously there's ups and downs of business.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you deal with the valleys?
The valleys. It was just take it head on, man. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And when you're doing well, you're doing well. When you're not, you just gotta hold on.
So do you like anticipate or plan for those valleys, and that way you're not like financially strapped or anything? You plan.
Mm-hmm. Rainy day funds.
There you go.
Stuff like that. I mean, you gotta have rainy day funds, man. Gotta have it.
Yeah.
Gotta have it. Things go bad. A car can crash through your building and you shut down for 3 days. That's 3 days worth of sales that's gone.
Yeah.
So you just got to make sure you got enough capital set aside, and that you're generating capital to keep you afloat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, even though you're a franchisee, these are your spots.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you own them.
Mm-hmm.
You're still getting direction from a corporate level, or you have to follow certain guidelines to maintain your
Just
ability
follow
to be a
the
franchise.
guidelines.
Okay.
But they're solely mine. But work within these parameters, you're good to go. But name of my company was IYF Pizza Inc.
Yeah.
It's your favorite, or In Your Face, which was my nickname. In Their Face, as a corporate supervisor. IYF, In Your Face.
I love that, man.
Yeah, man.
I love that.
In Their Face, Yeah. So yeah, man, it was great. It was great. Yeah.